Hi, I'm going to talk about how politicians are a complete disaster for animals and our environment. A complete disaster. First, the USDA Farm Bill. It gives animal agriculture tons of our taxes. You ever wonder why you go into a store and you can get a bucket of nuggets for $1 or $2 at a fast food restaurant, but you want to get a salad and it's $6? It's because of welfare via the USDA Farm Bill, which we need to petition to defund and throw out in its entirety. Yes, meat is a luxury. It takes about 16 pounds, we're funding this ad right here, about 16 pounds of crops fed to a force-bred animal for just, guess how many pounds of meat? Just 1 pound of meat for every 16 pounds of crops fed to an animal. Most is pooped out. So why is it so cheap? Because the USDA Farm Bill subsidizes it with our taxes. It's a luxury in most countries, but we are making it cheap so it costs less than basic healthy whole foods. And then it is costing us tons more in the end because we have healthcare problems, environmental problems, and obviously animal cruelty and sick factory farms, especially for billions of birds that are most abused. And it's the biggest source of food waste, as I mentioned. 16 pounds of crops for 1 pound of meat is massive food waste. So why do we pay into it when it's going to cost us tons more? It's not logical. I'm waiting for Republicans to do something because they're supposed to be for small government, but both are just as guilty, especially Republican states that have more factory farms. So this is how much of your taxes go to the meat and dairy industry. From this source, 73.8%. So we are funding the meat industry. Whatever happened to the free market? Meat should be a luxury. We eat less of it. We're healthier for it. Helps our environment, reduces food waste, and prevents massive animal cruelty in sick factory farms. Look up videos. Solves all those problems, but we are spending money to cost us tons of more money in healthcare costs alone. No logic whatsoever. Politicians are horrible for animals and our environment. All they have to do is simply defund and throw out the farm bill. We don't need vegan politicians or anything. We just need ones who are not and consistent in taking away corporate welfare, including the farm bill. And how are politicians horrible for animals and the environment? Number 2, they support breeding and growing the population and economy, which is horrible. We have 8 billion people nearly in this world, and it's growing so rapidly. We were only at 1 billion around the 17th century. So just in, say, 300 years, we've grown that much. So what can politicians do about it? Stop giving benefits to all parents, even ones that don't need them. Stop making us subsidize other breeders, especially when 500,000 kids and teenagers are in the foster care system that are free and easy to adopt. Yes, people and pets are overpopulated. Make birth control free for all. That's the biggest thing they can do, as well as take away all the benefits. Have a tax. Not a tax, take away the incentives. After your first kid, you don't get child tax credit. After your first kid, you pay more into the socialist public school system, user fees. You don't get daycare write-offs. You don't get the child tax credits. You pay user fees for the schools and many other benefits, paid paternity leave and much more, but both sides are pushing for, unfortunately, making it easier to breed and have more kids, pre-K for all, free, and many other programs. Incentivize breeding. Some even fund IVF programs. Meanwhile, 500,000 kids and teenagers are in the foster care system, free and easy to adopt, and humans are overpopulated. We have deforestation, sick factory farms, overfishing, huge trawler nets, endangered species, as I'm showing you now, extinctions, and much more. 2 simple solutions to 2 huge problems for animals, politicians. Throw away the USDA Farm Bill. We will be healthier for it. And simply stop incentivizing having more kids. Republicans should be all over that. And make birth control free for all. Get religion out of politics. Birth control free for all. Saves money in the end, saves taxpayers tens, lowers termination rates, and much more. So there you have it. Simple solution to animals' problems. Defund animal ag and stop paying people to have kids, basically. They are not charities. We don't need more. Thank you.